In this video, I'm going to be going over the things you're going to need to perform the tasks of internal link optimization. So first of all, you're going to need a website with several web pages. The reason you're going to need several web pages is because to perform an internal link, you need more than one web page. Because that web page it can link to itself, but it's going to defeat the purpose. It's no real point, and Google doesn't classify any importance on links that point to themselves. So you're going to need a website with several web pages is the first thing. The next thing you're going to want is the Google Search Console setup. The reason we need this set up is because we want to be able to see what keywords Google has recognized the website to be relevant for. Now this isn't always going to be useful if your website is brand new and the pages are not indexed. So this activity of setting up the Google Search Console is only really going to be work if your website is established and is a couple of months old, and this is set up. Now, if in the case that Google Search Console is not set up, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to perform keyword research and also competitor analysis to kind of determine. You're going to do this step another way through competitive analysis rather than insights from Google. But at a later date, you would, once the website is established and set up, then you would set up Google Search Console and then go through this same process. So I'll just show you how to find the Google Search Console. So in Google, it's go to Search Console. It's also previously known as Google Webmasters. It is a Google product, and you'll see here it's in the google.com/webmastertools. So that's where you would be going. And to set this up, you're going to need to have a Gmail account or some account associated with Google, and then you would sign into that account. And in this case, I will. Okay. I'll just sign in, and you can have a look at the Google Search Console here. And I do have some properties set up here. So to add a property, you go to, which is the first step, which you would do is, so add a property, which is your website. So for example, I'll do HTTP, and I'll do example.com. So you add your domain name. Now, what's important when you're adding a domain name, you need to make sure that it is the exact version. So if your website is on HTTPS, then you need to add the HTTPS version. If it's not, then you wouldn't submit that version. Same goes with the www. If your root domain doesn't have the www, it's just HTTP, then you will be submitting this and claiming that property. So in this case, I'm just going to put this as the example, add the website. And the next process is to claim the website. So Google does this to protect the data, so that not everyone can have access to the information. So you need to prove that you're the owner, or you have access to the website code. So you can download a HTML file, then upload it onto the server, into the root domain, and then you'd verify this, click I'm not a robot, and then click verify. There are also alternative methods, so you can actually add a HTML tag to the header, which is a meta tag to the header of the web page. So that's another way you can access the domain name. So let's say you've registered with one-on-one, you can go through and get instructions on how to do it that way. So it looks like they create a subdomain, and then you create a CNAME record for that subdomain. Another thing is, if you've got Google Analytics set up using with the same Gmail account, then you can connect it that way, and same goes with Google Tag Manager. If you have a Google Tag Manager account set up with the same domain on this Gmail account, then you can also verify it that way. So that's the process to setting up the Google Search Console. Now, once it is all set up, then you will start receiving data on the website. It won't happen straight away, so I'll just show you an example. Okay, so this is one property that I've set up, and you can see here that it has some clicks, and this means that the data is starting to collect. So if you go into search traffic, search analytics, then you'll see that Google is picking up some search data here. We've got some keywords, we've got some clicks, we've got some impressions, we've got click-through rate, and then also average, and then we've got the average position. This is over a the span of 28 days. So when you first set up the Search Console, most likely you won't have any data. It will take Google some time to go to its database and then import this into your account. It can take a week or longer. Now, if it's a new website, it's not indexed, then it may not have any data at all. It might take a couple of months before Google crawls your website fully, and it starts to pick up this keyword data. Okay, so that's the second thing you'll need. Now, the third thing you're going to need is a CMS to edit the web pages and add the internal links. Now, if you're using WordPress, then that's fairly simple to add the internal links. You may be using another platform to add those internal links. So you're going to have access to the CMS to be able to do that. Okay, and so that is the steps involved, and what you need. That's what you need to perform the internal linking optimization.